Can we try that again? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, good.
All right. Thank you for that. We're looking forward to worshiping the Lord together. Like I said, my name is Josh. I'm one of the pastors here at First Alliance. And we would love to get to know you and connect with you if you are new here. We know that going to a church for the first time or for the first time in a long time can be different and new and intimidating. And we want to help you take your next steps in knowing Jesus and following him. And the easiest way to do that is to scan your phone or take your phone and scan the QR code in the seat back in front of you and click the button that says welcome card right there on the site that you'll see. Or you can hang out with our team at the Welcome Center in the lobby after the worship service. Are you guys ready for Christmas? How many of you have all of your presents purchased? I mean, overachievers. We got one. How many of you are 50% done? Like 50% done. How many of you are going to just have a line of packages at your front door this week? Yes, they are coming. They are coming and coming soon, yeah. It's not too late to buy the person that you love that you're sitting next to you something for Christmas, and we celebrate those gifts in this time. And we have just a great opportunity to celebrate Christ and celebrate that he's come because of his great love for you and his great love for me. We do that at our Christmas Eve candle lighting service. That's going to be December 24th at 6 p.m. I believe that's a Tuesday night this year, so Tuesday night, December 24th at 6 p.m. right in here. It's a service for the entire family, so bring your kids. It's a sweet time of singing some of our favorite Christmas carols, fixing our eyes on Jesus, remembering the night in which he was born, and we hear a testimony of how God has changed people's lives, and we light candles and sing Silent Night. It's a sweet time, and we'd love for you to be with us there. Also, we have been talking about our year-end Christmas offering, and it's not like one of those exciting projects where it's necessarily going to change the world because we're talking about toilets and sinks and stalls and some of those other things, but we do need to expand our restrooms and expand the lobby. And let me tell you one of the reasons why we do that. When we think about our Sunday morning worship service as a church, we really have one driving purpose of our time together when we gather, and that is to eliminate as many distractions as we can in order for people to encounter the presence of Jesus. That's our goal, is to eliminate as many distractions as we can in order for people to encounter the presence of Jesus. Many of you experience God's touch and his love, his healing presence. You hear him speak to you during our worship services together. And so that's really our driving focus. And so that you would encounter the presence of God in our time together on Sunday morning. And then every team, every volunteer team and ministry team that serves is thinking about how do we lower the bar of engagement and encounter for you and for others to experience God's presence. And so really expanding the restrooms is meant to eliminate one of those distractions, one of those things where you're standing in line or the toilet is taking forever to flush or whatever the case may be. It's a small thing, but it's a significant thing that we think, again, helps lower the bar for people to encounter Jesus. One less barrier for people to get over. And so if you'll help us, we would love for you to do that. If you didn't get my email this week, let me tell you some exciting news about the progress of where we're at. We currently have about $1,500 that have been given, that has been given towards that $15,000 goal in order to get to the point where we can do the project. And we've had $3,000 above and beyond that pledged between now and the end of the year. And then we have had a generous donor who says between now and the end of the year, they will match every dollar given up to $5,000. And so if you add all those things together, if we meet our match goal, then we get to $14,500, right under our $15,000 goal. And so if you would prayerfully consider giving to toilets, giving giving to sinks, giving to tile, but really what it is giving so that distractions can be eliminated and people like you can continue to encounter God's presence. We would appreciate that you would pray and give generously, as many of you have, towards that. All right. As we continue our time in Advent, we are going to do what is traditionally part of the Advent season, and that's lighting the Advent calendar. And so Brady and Pat, our Advent candles, Brady and Pat, if you guys would come up, that would be fantastic, and they're going to lead us in our reading. We light a different candle every week as a bit of a countdown, an old-fashioned, old-style countdown, that when the last of the 5 candles is lit, we know that Jesus is here. And so, Brady and Pat, please lead us in this time.
Today, we light the second candle of the second week of Advent, the candle of peace. Peace is something that's pretty elusive to some people. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. It's available to you. But anyway, are there places in your life where you need assistance in God's peace? Are there any anxious thoughts robbing you of God's peace? Is there any tension that only His peace can resolve? These are all interesting, introspective questions to consider. Let's take a few moments and bring these things to God in confession and prayer and journaling if you do. But first, let's hear what a couple people in the Bible have to say about this. Isaiah in chapter 9, you probably know this by memory, and I probably should. It's a great verse. For a child is born to us, a son is given to us, and the government will rest upon his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. His government and his peace will never end. He will rule with fairness and justice from the throne of his ancestor David. The passionate commitment of the Lord of Heaven's armies will make this happen. Okay? Let's look at John 16. John has a quote here, direct from Jesus he uses. This is very strong. I have told you this so that you may have peace in me here on earth, and you'll have many trials and sorrows, but take heart. I have overcome the world.
Right. Our peace should separate us. Like a tree still standing after a hurricane with rubble and chaos strewn about. Our peace should draw the focus of those looking on. It should create questions in the disorder and offer us opportunities to point to the one who orders it all. However, that testimony is not easily obtained. There are times when you can see all the reasons that your life is in disarray. Like blocks on a Jenga tower. A single block is pulled out and you await the structure's inevitable collapse. You ask God, where are you? You can't help but wonder what resources God offers you in this vulnerable season. Have you ever been that raw? I have good news. We have intimate access to the Prince of Peace. We actually have peace himself. And as vulnerable as we are, we can turn to peace and beg him to stand us up in the storm. we can plead that he gives us the miracle of peace in this darkness and chaos. And as he overwhelms us with a peace we have not yet seen, people will take notice. This is one of our greatest testimonies: peace.
So how about in prayer? Let's talk to that Prince of Peace. So would you join me, please? O Prince of Peace, as David claimed, lie us down in green pastures and lead us by still waters. Be our peace. Make us a testimony of peace in the conflict of the world around us. Amen. God bless.
Would you stand with us as we prepare to worship the Lord of peace? And in this moment of prayerfulness and reflection, this is the relationship where I need peace, or at my work I need peace, or in my health I need your peace. And just declare to him that you have determined to fix your eyes on him, that he's the one that we need in order to bring this kind of rest and peace in our souls. Let's lift our voices to him.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Behold, the King has come, divinity incarnate, created